back to this trading course. So today I'll be teaching us on how we can identify trend quickly and trade with the trend. Okay, so quickly, all right, there are several ways you can actually do it, but I'll be teaching us the simplest way because I love the simplest way. Okay, it doesn't matter if you use the complex way or the simplest way. Profit is profit. When you withdraw your profit and you go to the market to buy something, they won't go like, oh, you make your money using the simplest strategy. So we are not going to sell you what you need to buy. Nobody knows that, all right? Nobody cares about that, all right? It's just money, the value, that's all right? So the simplest way, the basic way. So what you need to do is, I use an indicator, all right, to identify the trend and then to trade with the trend. So I'll just be showing us today plainly. So the first thing you need to know is the time frame. The time frame matters, all right? So the settings or the values you use for 15-minute time frame is going to be different from 1 hour time frame or 4 hours time frame or 30-minute time frame or 1 minute time frame. Many people don't know this, that's why they lose in the market. And there are some indicators that work well better in 15-minute time frame than 1 hour time frame. Do you get? And the next thing you also have to look is because we are going to be putting in values here, all right? We are going to be putting in values here. We need to know what's it called now? The values that will work with the pair you are trading, because this is VIX 75, all right? So I've checked VIX 75. I know that moving average 50, all right, for VIX 75 on 15-minute time frame works well, all right? So I'll be teaching us. So in this course, at the course of this training, there's going to be a section for indicators. So I'll be teaching us how you can use your indicator. For example, if you come, because there are some people that on YouTube they just bring concussion of indicators to you guys. Look at it here. We have trend indicator, we have oscillators indicators, we have volume indicators, we have B. Williams indicator. All these indicators, they have their different function and how to use them. Do you get? Because all these indicators were a solution to problem of traders back then that they program to solve their own problem. Do you get? And then they put it on MT4 for upcoming traders or for traders, that's coming, later so that they can make advantage of it. Do you get it? So their purpose of these indicators have purposes, all right? So you can't just combine them together and then hope you'll be profitable in the market. You need to know how to use them. So I'll be teaching us how to use them. So just watch out for the course on indicators in this masterclass. All right, so this one is for trends. All the indicator here, they are for trends, and there's how to use them, all right, and how to apply them and what to look out for. All right, this one also is oscillator. There's how to use them, how to apply them, and volumes. All right, this one is the volatility in the market, if the market is going to be sporadic or not. All right, then Bill Williams, this is more of like a strategy. Do you get? All right, so let's just go to what we need for today. All right, how to identify the trend and trade with the trend, like very quickly, easily. So moving average, all right, 50, and then sorry, let me see. Okay, good. And then remember, it's on 15-minute time frame. Moving average also 27. All right, I will teach you all these numbers, all right, in the in-depth of moving average and some other trend indicators in the course. All right, so let's change this one to red. Okay, let's change it to red. So, okay. All right, so now what you need to look at for is you will look at for two things, all right, for two things. So I'll just quickly say the two things. One is where you have rough crossing of the indicators, the two indicators. As you can see here, there is rough crossing here. There is rough crossing. I don't know. This crosses and then immediately crosses up, cross down, immediately crosses up, then immediately crosses down again. All right, and even before the crossing, look at this rough. Everybody can see that this guy is rough. This red one is rough. All right, crosses it down, then after down, immediately is crossing up again. All right, this guy didn't even move up. This is up movement. It's supposed to go up. All right, you can see that it did not actually move up successfully. Then what happens? Immediately it crossed down again. And then look at this down. Look at this down here. This down seems to be what? Seems to be successful, right? Because after this crossing to the downside, it moves. Can you see that? To the downside. So here is when you can actually identify that, okay, this market is going to the downside, all right? but we are not going to be entering for a downside. We are not going to be entering for a downside. Why? Because we just identify the trend. All right. So trading with the trend now is you will be looking for a section or for a place whereby the market is going to breathe. We just allow the market to breathe. Okay. So now you'll be waiting for a region whereby that is identifying the trend and trading with the trend. Just wait for when the price is going to come to this black moving average. You can see it. It came to the moving average, and then what happens? It dropped to the downside. So your TP is going to be here. Your TP is going to be here. Do you see that? Your TP is going to be here. Like, you get just extend it to the right hand side. Your TP. This is VIX75, guys. You know how much you will make from this. You know how much you make from this. That's a lot. That's a lot, guys. That is a lot. So you just need to wait for your rough side. All right. Wait for your rough side and then wait for retracement, or when the market is relaxing, is resting, and then you go to the upside. All right. Look at this one again. Let me quickly show you this. Look at this one again. What happens here? There's a rough movement here. All right. You can see that it's not successful. That's what I mean. Look at this. This is very rough. Everybody knows that this guy is rough. All right. Then what happens? It moves to the upside here, and then it seems to be successful. You can see what happens. Wait till when it will come to the black. Do you see that? You place your entry for a buy or for a sell, depending on how the case may be. The other one was for a sell. We are still trading in line of the trend, though. We are not counter trading here. You see. And then your TP is where? Like I explained to us. Your TP is where? Your TP is here. Do you get? Just the same way it was here. The same way it was here. Okay, let me show us. The same way it was at this point here. Your entry is what here? Can you see that? And then your TP is where? Your TP is where? Your TP is what? Is here. Do you see that? Just the same way. All right. But the first condition is it must be where a rough crossing happens, and then later it was not successful, like in this case. Then you just wait for the market to come and rest on the black moving average, and then you make your decision for sell or buy depending on what the trend is saying at that particular point in time. So very simple, guys. I mean, there's no any form of hiccups in this thing. So you can identify the trend, all right, with the moving averages. All right, like I said to you, just wait for the section where you have like a rough movement like this. This a little bit of rough movement. You can see that clearly is a rough movement. Okay, and then what happens after the rough movement? What happens? This guy seems to be going up, in a good manner. It seems to be going up in a good manner, as you can see. All right. After this, guys, what happens? It came down a bit. It came down a bit to this level, and then what happens? It moves to the upside, okay, and then came down to the black moving averages, like I explained to us. Came down to the black moving averages. Then when it got to the black moving averages, what happens? Move to the upside. Although this, yes, move to the upside. Look at it. This is the recent this is a recent high. This is a recent high. If you can spot it, that's a recent high. That's your TP. All right, that's your TP. The same thing for this. The same thing for this. You just need to look out for where there's nice movements. Look at it. All right. This is upside. This is downside. Look at it. This is the black here. Okay, and then this is your what? This is your TP. So that's how to identify the trend. We are simply identifying the trend in a consolidating market, and then this thing is still working. How much more when the market is not consolidating? Like how much more when the market is not consolidating? So like I said, you look out for the rough session. All right, for the rough session, and then what do? Look at this. This is a little bit rough. Even if you enter here, still profit came down. This down movement is not successful. Then went up again. Do you get? Went up again. If you buy here, you are successful. Do you get? Even if you don't buy here, look at this point here. It moves to the what? This is buy, then this is sell. This is supposed to come down. It didn't come down, but later on it begin to respect it, and then it's coming to the downside. You can see all you need to do is look for the rough side. Then secondly, wait for the market to begin to move nicely, like in this manner. You see, it moves nicely, and then come and sell at the what? At the black zone, and then your TP is here. As you can see, guys, it has worked all the time. It has worked all the time. Even this one that is buy, all right, move for a short time. Here you buy, your TP is here. You see that? So that's how to identify the, like I said to you, this is even at the what? So ranging market, and you are still profitable. Do you get that? Yeah. So that is it, guys. So that is it. How to identify the trend and trade with the trend. So like I said, it is not just catching a long peep. It is sniper entry, sniper entry, sniper entry. So you need to practice this thing. You need to practice this thing. You need to practice it and back test. All right. I do back testing as far back as 1993. All right, as long as the chart can go. All right, so don't just back test for maybe, don't just back test 2 days. All right, 2 days backward, and then you go like, oh, I have known how to trade. No, you have to go deep and go deep to the point whereby your eyes can actually identify these things very well. All right, so that's it, guys. That's how to identify the trend, and then trade with the trend using the moving averages. You